welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about a new relationship or a new love that has taken off. And I do feel like it's been moving pretty quickly, but I do think we have a tendency or a situation where somebody is getting really excited about this new person without really knowing too much about them. And as you start to get to know them better, you start to question, how is it that this person makes their money? And is this somebody who is actually looking for a relationship? Or is this more about like kind of playing the field, right? So a little bit of a warning regarding a new relationship, just making sure that you're not getting too caught up in, the excitement and forgetting to really get to know who this is before you let them in. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Sorry, that was a lot of wind chime time actually. I hope you're enjoying your weekend or whatever day it is for you. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you or below, whatever it is for you. And right below where you can see my email address, you can also get additional information on the memberships. There's 3 different tiers in case you want some more content. We're going to start with the noisy tarot. Let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, Lotus. How's it going? Hello, Grindheart. How's your day going? Cheese and grapes. That sounds pretty good. I had a waffle. I feel pretty fancy. A waffle with fruit. All right, what else? We have the World and the Hermit. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, really? Why does it feel like this is somebody who is trying to make a major pivot? This could be somebody who has been living on the wrong side of the law, breaking some laws, stealing some stuff, or being a bit fraudulent in their movements, right? But I do feel like with the Hermit, we have some opportunity here for you to uncover or discover, right? Whatever it is that they're up to. And they may be viewing the connection that's developing with you, or start to, as a way, like an inspiration to leave this life behind. So I do feel like you're dealing with somebody that has a major choice in life approaching them. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. What else do we have? 6 of Cups in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse, and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is someone who uses their charm or their good looks to distract from the reality of what they've got going on. But with the 6 of Cups being in the reverse, this is somebody who doesn't really let go of that kind of immature approach to living. If this is what I want to do, then this is what I'm going to do. But these intentions of theirs, or this life of like secrecy, not really wanting other people to know what I'm getting into, or lying about how I made that money, they're starting to question how long they can really keep that up. Is now the right time for me to make that change? Because this person that I'm connecting with is actually kind of special. We've got the Queen of Cups, 4 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. I think we have a little bit of a temptation to stop living a bit of a wild and crazy and perhaps lawless life because someone is potentially falling in love with this new love, right? This is making them have to take a moment and consider what they've been doing, consider how they've been living. I really enjoy all the excitement, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of a lonely existence because they have to have that double life, right? Good morning, Marty Bell. How are you doing? Hello, Baja. Hello, Shidi. How are you doing? I could see that. Hello, Anusha. How are you doing? Hello, George. Starting it right off with that, huh? I will take personal questions at the end of the general reading here if we reach $15 in tips. And thank you for liking and subscribing. Priority, of course, is given to those that tip as far as answering questions. But with this particular reading, we've got someone who feels like maybe it's time to settle down. Maybe I've lived enough of that like fast-paced life. Maybe the unconventional approach that I've had or the desire to avoid relationships is something that I should retire. Maybe I should pursue a more calm existence, right? Something that's not as criminal, I guess would be how I would phrase that. All right, this is the situations deck. Hello, Satna, how are you doing? Hello, Loans, how's it going? No, that's not something that happens on or off camera, but thank you. Feel free to do your own thing. Hello, Jay. Sorry it's not your channel, but you can ask my parents. I don't really appreciate anybody telling me what to do. I would look into it though, because I do feel like you're judging a book by its cover, or you don't really know what's going on here. Hello, TFT. No, I don't think that's really important information to you. Hello, Stacy. If we get to $15 in tips, I will take personal questions. Hello, Joseph. How are you doing? How's the six-pack? You've captivated this person. They might be a little bit difficult. They might be a little bit wild. They are very taken with what you have to offer. You're not like the distractions they've encountered before. You're quite different. There's something about you that makes them want to take a risk. We've got pressure cooker, rage, and ready to explode. This feels like what this person's dealing with in addition to the romantic connection. And I do feel like this would be like a cohort or a boss, right? I can't help it. In my mind, I'm picturing the crew in Gone in 60 Seconds. So there's someone here who has a pretty significant argument or falling out with another person, and it's like, hey, why am I even still doing this? Do I have all the money that I need? Do I really need to still, break the law? I have met somebody who's actually kind of amazing. Maybe I should stop doing this. But I don't know that you have any insight into what they're actually doing. Maybe they would have to keep this completely secret from you in order to be able to pursue something with you, right? Hello, James. Hello, Brian. How are you doing? I mean, even if you don't want to, just putting you on a little timeout. Hello, Sue. How are you doing? Hello, Karen. Hello, Carrie. Bonjour. Hello, James. I'm doing great, thank you. I don't know if I said bonjour, but I don't know, should I call you pet? We've got drastic. All right, y'all, this is somebody who's saying, I think I'm ready to leave behind this criminal lifestyle that I've been getting into, right? Should we pretend this is somebody who robs banks? And maybe it's time for me to leave that behind, switch it up, and go be happy and live kind of like a slower paced life with this person who has like totally captured me. Hello, Jamie. Thank you, Grinds Hard. You're the best. Let me write that down real quick. I got you at the top of the list, Grindhard. That's true. I do think that this is quite the collector of James. So shout out to all the Jameses out there. Appreciate you. Keep Jamesin'. Do you mean for this particular reading? I usually go about 60 minutes. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Hello, Paul. Look at that name. I'm doing well. But well, how are you doing? So we've got the Empress. This is how the person who is trying to make this decision sees you. That doesn't mean you have to be a woman, but they see you as having your own appeal, your own mysterious allure, and it's giving them motivation to really think about what they want in 5 years, in 10 years. Do I want to be in a relationship with the person that I've just met? Do I really want to keep doing what I've been doing? Maybe I don't, you know? You do you, James. Good morning, Ricardo. How are you doing? Hey, Paul. I'm going to be real clear about this. You are a stranger on the internet. There is no me and you. You can watch my channel whatever you want. I'm going to be sending you positive vibes. But I'm not looking to date anybody on here, okay? Hello, Waikato. How are you doing? Oh, Karen, that does happen now and then, but I'm sending you healing energy. Thank you. Is it Matella or Mathella? I hope you're having a great day. Hello, Nikki. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles, kind of like me just saying, you can't hit on me. This is very independent energy. So look, what I'm picking up on is whoever you are, it really doesn't matter what your gender is. This Empress energy, this is about somebody who takes care of themselves. Now, they can quite often be in a very healthy relationship or connection with an emperor type, right? But this is somebody who's able to find happiness on their own. They might live an unconventional life. They might be seen as a very bold personality. And it's this bold personality of yours that has this person like, oh, you're so cool. Thinking about whether or not they're ready to give up their current life in order to pursue something with you. Because you're not here trying to like, I feel like you might be one of the only love interests that haven't tried to get this person to commit. You haven't tried to control this person, and that what draws them to you more so, right? Yep. Hello, Sravani. How are you doing? Hey, Galaxy King. What's up? Matt, you make a very logical point. You can hit on me all you want. It's not going to get you anywhere. Hey, what's up, GP? Yeah, those are the kind of questions I enjoy doing. Wow, we have a 10 of Cups. This person is smitten, and there's that Emperor. I told you. So it's like your magical energy and your lack of desperation, right? Because there are other people who get stars in their eyes and they're obsessed with this person and they're like, why can't you just like quit doing what you're doing and spend all your time with me? And that makes this person feel like they have to run away. You, on the other hand, you've taken a very independent approach to it. You're like, cool, yeah, no, this is great, but like, I'll just enjoy whatever we have of it. I don't have to like claim you. I don't have to like beg you to stay with me for 5 years. Like, we're having a good time, whatever. And this person's like, what do you mean? But people always want more time with me. I'm sure you want more time. Are you sure you don't want commitment? It's like because you're not asking or demanding that, you know, leveling up in the romance department. Now they're like, wait a second, but why don't you want that? You should. Thank you, Akato. I hope you're having a good day. If you have a question you'd like me to ask for you, please let me know. Good morning, Seth. How's your day going? Welcome back. Hey, Camo, I have a pretty good answer for you. I don't really like doing questions for people that want to know when they're going to get rich, because that's such an empty question, right? There's so much more to life than that. But I can tell you, you're not going to get married to me. I do wish you happiness in your love life, but yeah. Yeah, it is 9:12 where I am. Hello, Yuta, how are you doing? But this person, on the other hand, whoever I'm reading for, this is a very, like, they are basically seen as a player. They are seen as a very independent person, not really interested in relationships. Most people, when they think of this person, the first thing they think of is, oh, yeah, no, they're on their own. They don't need anybody. They don't want a serious relationship. But then you come along. This is very like George Clooney, Amal, I don't remember her maiden name, Clooney. Like, everybody thought he would just like always be single, right? Then you meet that one person, right? Thanks for being so sweet, y'all. I appreciate that. Siobhan, please do me a favor. Do not put your contact or your personal information, and please do not repeat your messages. That is one way to make sure that I don't answer your question, because it clogs up the live chat. Putting you on a little bit of a timeout. Hello, H. No, because I can only imagine what you want for $5,000, and I ain't here for it. Yep. You are totally right, Matt. So look, this is a problem for this player individual, the Emperor. And they see this Empress and it's like, wow, you're like my match. This is the type of person I never really thought existed. And it's making me question how I've been living my life or whether or not I want to be in that committed relationship. And they start to get nervous. And I don't feel like this person's nervous very easily or very often. And they're nervous because they feel like you're maybe even a little bit smarter than them, or that they don't understand how to approach someone like you because you're higher caliber, right? I hope you do too, Seth. Stacy, the answer for me would be nature. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing? Hello, Nicholas. Hey, Yuta, chill. You've been asking literally like every other message is you like, please, 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 please. Just chill. Get to know the other people in the live chat. No, and I'm just gonna block you now because you're irritating. Deuces. I'm sure you can find somebody else to play your little $5,000 game, but I'm not the one. I don't need your money. So we've got the sun, and can I just tell you how much I love that the sun has come out right next to the happiness card. A little bit of a sunflower vibe, right? So you may actually see sunflowers as a sign, but we also have this sunflower behind the Empress. You have made someone happy who is, I think, quite accustomed to not really finding anybody who makes them happy. They make their own happiness. They're a little bit of a lone wolf. But now you got them looking back over their shoulder like, what if? What would happen if we were together? What if I fell in love with you, right? Ooh, did I miss one? Oh, thank you again, Grindhard. I got that one written down for you too. Alkaline trio? Oh, totally. I support that. Yeah, that's like, man, that takes me back. I'm gonna have to listen to them today. I was listening to them around the same time I was listening to Reggie and the Full Effect. Have you ever listened to them? They got some good stuff. They do, don't they? Oh no, is Nicholas not being respectful? Shame. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Engelbert. How are you doing? I think this person's making a choice. They have to choose between this, like, life of crime and being in love with you. This is wild. They're like, yeah, it's been really fun. I've had a good time. I've made some good money. I have some great stories to tell. But I keep looking back over my shoulder at this person, right? Because we had that focused on you card. I can't stop thinking about you. Ever since I met you, I just, like, you're so different from everybody else. I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to know you better. So I do feel like this is somebody who comes back around and lets you know that they are more serious about you than you expected. Hello, Natesh. Thank you. I appreciate both of the tips that you left. Want to know if she has love feelings too. And will she express? I got you. And that puts us over the $15 amount. So I will for sure be doing the personal questions, y'all. That's funny. That's really kind of you, Grindhard. My feelings on Death Cab for Cutie. Obsessed with transatlanticism. And that one song, what was it? Passenger? I get it confused because maybe it's Passenger Seat, because one of my favorite songs from Deftones is also Passenger. But yeah, I definitely had a Death Cab for Cutie moment. I don't listen to them as much anymore though. Hello, How to Cook. You might be interested to know that I have recently gotten a Cook's Tarot, which I love. Hello, Stacy. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. Sending you a big ol' hug. All right, let's get a little bit more here for you on this general reading. Yeah, I think this person's about to confess their love. I didn't think I could fall in love, or I thought I was going to be just fine, doing me, right? Just living life the way that I do. Being a little bit unpredictable, or a little bit out there, a little bit concerned about law enforcement. And now they're like, maybe it's time for me to like cut out of that and just chill with somebody who I enjoy. Hello, Cyborg. Hello, Node. How are you? Let's be respectful, okay? If not, I am a big fan of the game Whack-A-Mole. and you'll get blocked, okay? Hello, Starry. You don't know? There's more information in my About Me on my homepage. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Swords. Oh no. See, the problem is if this person quits their current lifestyle, which is illegal of some sort, right? Probably stealing stuff, fraudulent, maybe it's drugs, I don't know. But we got somebody here who's like threatened, because if this person leaves or ends that part of their life to go live with you, then they don't get to continue to live that life. So it's like a partner in crime, right? Threatened because this emperor sees you as their new partner in crime. And it's like, no, I saw this person first and we got a good thing going on here. I don't think it's a romantic connection. I think it's like, no. It's like the Heartbreakers duo of Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like if one person decides they don't want to do it anymore, because I think Jennifer Love Hewitt's character was like, I don't want to do this. Sigourney Weaver was like, one last time. One last time. Hey, Dr. Emery, how are you doing? Hello, post office. What a name, though, huh? Do you think he's talking about himself with that last name? That's right, Mark. I called you a hoe. There's someone with a username that says post office. All right, so we've got Judgment in the reverse. This is the Tattoo Tarot, by the way. We've got Judgment in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles and the World. This is being pulled between two worlds. I could stay here and continue to do some criming, and my partner in crime would be happy about that because they want to make more money. Or I could potentially start a new life. This Page of Pentacles, this is somebody thinking about a new chapter. Sorry for flipping off. Have I spent enough time doing what I've been doing? Is it time to close out this chapter and do something different? Because I guess I fell in love with somebody and I don't know what to do about that. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. If y'all want something more to watch, I do have a second channel where I read books, not tarot. And there's no advertisements on that channel because I put a lot less work into that. I haven't posted on it in a long time. But if you want to hear me read like short stories, it's in the description box for you. It's Curious Carmen ASMR. Hey Lee, how are you doing today? So we've got the Seven of Swords. This is, I think, having to tell truth, or maybe even somebody who feels like they can't tell the truth to their partner in crime. I'm sorry, I can't rob banks anymore. I got too much else going on. So I think I'm gonna probably make this my last job. And I don't think they like that. Whoever they're working with is like, no, I'm not done yet. Oh yeah, I've got you on the list. Oh, I don't think I wrote down your name. It started with an N. Natesh. So I've got you on the list. Once I finish with the general reading, which will be in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to do the 2 questions for Grind Hard and then hop into your questions. So I've got you written down. I know, that was like horrible chicken scratch. Don't judge me. Hello, Alex. Thank you, Dr. Emery. That is, I believe, the name of his love interest, Stacy. Yes, it's true. Hello, Monty. How are you doing? How's Python? I'm really unoriginal. I'm sure you've heard that countless times and it's obnoxious for you, so I apologize. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that a cool card, you guys? I think this is someone wanting to make an offer of a long-term relationship because they have fallen in love. And they have to tell their partner in crime, who's about to get real mad at them, that they're done stealing. They're done frauding. They're done robbing. Or whatever they do. Of course, Lee. Let me just write you down real quick. Let me know, Lee, if you want me to focus on tomorrow or just make it like a random, right? That's an interesting question, Greg. What kind of intuitions opened this world to you? So I didn't expect you to frame it that way. I would just say that for most people, your intuition is going to get stronger when you go through difficult times and you find a way to push through, right? My intuition got much stronger after my dark night of the soul. Come on down. That's funny. I love Price is Right. So look, we've got somebody who's going to choose love over the crime life, the life of crime that they've been leading, and their partner is pissed. What do you mean you don't want to make any more money? What do you mean you don't want to break any more laws? So 3 is a crowd. And I do feel like the crime partner is not a real trustworthy individual. So there could be some shenanigans afoot. So let's get a few from... We're gonna go with the Black Tarot because I do feel like it's a little bit of a darker element here. I hope so too, Lee. Hey Dan, how are you doing? Anthony, I am super Pisces. Hey, I get that, Bonnie. 9 of Swords and the Moon in the reverse. This makes me uncomfortable. I think we've got the business partner looking for ways to like torpedo this love interest. Like, how can I make this person look bad? How can I convince the Emperor that they need to continue in whatever shady business this is with me? They're freaking out. They can't sleep at night because like, I got plans. I want to make more money and I can only do it if I'm working with you, right? So what can I do to make this daydream of yours where you feel like you can be in a romantic relationship with this person seem like not actually a possible path, right? How can I get you more focused on like money and power and what we could potentially achieve together? So this is like kind of like Ocean's 11 or 12 or whatever, where they're like, one last hurrah, right? Let's go do some big job where we make enough money to be done forever. Or I guess that's also kind of similar to Johnny Depp in Blow. But we've got the 3 of Wands in the reverse. This is like, don't go just yet. What if I told you we could make a ton of money with this one last thing? So this Emperor is being pulled in 2 different directions. Do I stay or do I go? Do I commit another crime and make some more money, or do I go choose the life with my love interest, this Empress energy? Ace of Cups in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Spears in the reverse. I don't like this. Look, this feels to me like setting up their partner to get caught. I really don't like this. This 6 of Spears or 6 of Pentacles makes me feel like they want to get somebody's fingerprints or get somebody to take the fall for a crime. Like, maybe I can make it look like this person had done everything that we had done together by themselves, and then I'm free and clear, and I can live the rest of my life without having to worry about it. I don't like this at all. This Emperor is feeling a sense of guilt. Maybe I should do one last thing with my partner because, you know, they're probably bummed that I've made this decision. But there's also this intuition telling them something doesn't feel right about this. Something feels like not great, right? Yeah, desperation will do that. Hello, Steven. How are you doing? Hello, Tara. Oh, Lord. Lady, that sounds like danger. Hey, Laura. How are you doing? All right. Where'd it go? I'm going to show you guys something real cool. I can't remember what this is called. I think maybe like moonstone or something. If y'all know, but it's like kind of see-through. Isn't that cool? It's like a black rock. I know. It's cool. If you know what it's called, maybe it's is it moonstone? But I'm pretty sure it was used by the Vikings, which I enjoy. Yes, that's true, Lotus. All right, I'm going to start with the personal questions. With Grindhard, we have, has she said some good stuff about you today? And I think you said also yesterday. So we'll go with like the last 24 hours or 36 hours. How's that? Yeah, I feel like the Vikings used it to travel across water when it was cloudy outside. It helped them figure out like location, right? I think. Oh, that's so cool, Monty. Yes, I do, Brandon. Never would have thought this is where I'd be, but here we are. Hello, Dennis. How are you doing? So, Grindhard, has she been saying some good stuff about you? I think, to be honest, she's been real quiet. This looks to me like she's been taking some time for herself with this Five of Pentacles. This is like, yeah, I could go here. I could go to all of these festive situations, or maybe there's like a bar crawl. But I feel like she's actually taking some time to herself. We've got the Six of Pentacles with the Five of Wands in the reverse. This is, I think, in like a pro and con list, or like a taking the time to think about what I really want. How do I know what I want unless I really think about it? So I don't think there's been a lot of talking, to be honest. Have the thoughts been positive? Yes. It's about what can be done to resolve this. What can we do to get this back on track? Does she save his pictures or have pictures of him? She may have a few saved on her phone, but I think it's more so that she's got a very strong sense of memories or like imagination. So she can daydream quite readily. She can recall things quite readily. So I think it's more so that it is easy for her to think back on certain moments, right? Hey, Bonga, do me a favor and stop making assumptions on people's religions when you know nothing about them. Hello, Captain of a Starship. I think I liked Jean-Luc Picard better. Hello, Factual World. How are you doing? Yeah, no, this is good though, Grindhard, because she is taking the time to do some introspection. And while it might be good for her to talk positively about you, the fact that she's following her intuition or making this choice on her own is probably a pretty good sign, actually. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, so next we've got, I think it was Nitesh asking about whether or not Pragya has those romantic feelings for you and if she's going to express them soon. Does Pragya have romantic feelings for Nitesh? Yes, but there's something here that gives her pause. There's something here that makes her a little bit concerned. about revealing those feelings to you. There could be some pressure from friends or family in terms of whether or not you two would be a good match. There could be some concern in terms of the other responsibilities that you or she have to deal with. But there's definitely romantic feelings here. Will she express them? No. No, she's not going to say anything. This would fall to you. Page of Wands is literally communication, and we have it in the reverse. She does not feel like it is good for her to speak up first. She feels like it would actually start some sort of an argument or make things worse. Is there like a third party or a family interference here? Because I feel like her reason for not expressing it doesn't have to do with you, but with somebody else who would get mad. Yeah, I feel like there's someone here who specifically does not like the two of you together. If you are to speak up about your feelings and make an effort, I feel like there's someone here who doesn't like you, to be honest, on her side. If they were to meet you, I feel like they would like you. There's some weird reason for them to not like you before they even really know you. Oh, okay, that could be it. So introduce yourself after a period of time, express your emotions or your interest, and I do feel like you would be able to move towards commitment. But right now there's a concern over how you're handling things, not being direct. So you would have to make it clear that you've made a choice, right? With the Lovers in the reverse, this is saying once they know that other person's out of your life and you're really focused and have good intentions about pragya, then I feel like it goes better. But this is all about communication and how you approach it. Then she would feel comfortable. But I wish you luck in that. All right, let's move on to Stacey. I just wanted to check back in. I didn't know if you had a question or if you wanted me to pull a random card for you. I'm just scrolling back through to see if you did a question. I don't see one. Oh, there we go. Will I find stability? I sure hope so, but let's take a little look here. This is the Pulp Tarot. And thank you for tipping. Hey, factual world. When you send the same message like 20 different times and irritate the folks in a live chat, it makes me less eager to do a question for you. So my personal recommendation, you don't have to tip. I do free questions as well. But at the very least, I would hope that you could show respect and kindness towards those in the live chat by not spamming, okay? Thank you. Oh, I wish you so much luck. It's Natasha, right? I want you to be happy and love, so I hope that goes well. Communication is everything, okay? All right, so will Stacey find stability? Yes. The number 7 is very important for you, Stacey. You're going to see it, you know, probably on clocks, street numbers, whatever it is. But 7 is going to guide you. And that is also a number that talks about protection. I do feel like there's some message that's coming through about you having an intuitive knowing or an inner knowing. I need to not do this, or I need to not see this person, or I need to cut this person off, or I need to apply for a new job, or I need to stop buying energy drinks. There's something here that you've identified, but you haven't followed through on it. This is saying it is super important for you to listen to those messages that you get intuitively, or that knowing that you have, right? So follow through on the thing that you know you need to do regarding your stability, whether it's cutting somebody off or being more rigid in terms of your budgeting. But I do see things improving for you, and that number 7 is going to guide you, okay? Yay, that's awesome. 5s would be more about I mean, it's indicative of change, but it can also be like I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles, which talks about a lack of financial stability. So it could be that the fives are a warning and the sevens are more about a good choice, right? All right, so then Lee would like a card pulled. Let's see what we've got for you, Lee. And thank you everyone for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. Anthony Zeros would be about a new start. Hey April, how are you doing? Ooh, I love that, Lee. We've got strength. And the sun. Girl, this couldn't be any better unless I pulled the Justice card. Look at that. These are all beautiful cards for you, Lee. This is saying your strength, your perseverance is paying off. There's information that is coming to light, and I do feel like it's about somebody saying that they couldn't get anywhere or weren't accessible when they really were. It's because of this silly contraption that homie's sitting on, okay? Did you ever like ride one of these when you're at like the grocery store or whatever? This is how your ex looks right now. Oh, so, you know, you're 40, but you're acting like you're 12 outside the grocery store. Do you also like ride the grocery cart out to your car? Actually, I'm not going to judge on that because I do that. Or my favorite recent line, do you still have dinosaurs on your underwear? He's going to be made fun of. He's going to be yelled at. And this is change and positive change for you. So, huzzah. I'm so excited to hear that. Wishing you continued luck and protection, Lee. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you doing? Hey, Dana. Let me ask for you real quick. Did my mom push bond towards me? Yes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We've got King of Cups. Oops. This is a complicated matter here. I do feel like there's some concern and like inconsistency in terms of emotional stability. So the answer is yes, she did. And I do feel like there's some back and forth here or things that have been improving. But with the Ten of Cups being in the reverse, there's a lack of belonging or feeling like things aren't quite right. If you've ever walked into a room right after two people got into an argument, you know what I'm talking about, right? There's some weirdness here. But will it be resolved? Not initially. There's a need for a change in how somebody approaches conflict, and I feel like it might be your mom. So I'm sending you luck on that. Hey, I've got like 3 different problems with how you're approaching that, Lalita. First of all, you spelled career wrong. You put it as carrier. Second of all, you spammed the chat. Third of all, you didn't say please. Be nice and don't like spam the chat, okay? I love you guys. But like, I'm not gonna do stuff for people like that, okay? Hello, Checkmate. How are you doing? April would like to know, what is my new boo's secret? Oddly, April, I don't know if you watched this whole reading, but that could be it. Let's see. Because this is about a person who's like, oh, I'm kind of a criminal, but I fell in love with you and I'd like to be like, you know, legit now. What do you think? All right. What is he hiding from you? 5 of Cups, something he did in the past that he's not proud of. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. 7 of Cups. To be honest, yeah, this could align with the general reading that I just did about somebody who breaks the law and makes money in that way. But we have somebody, your new boo, they're creating an illusion or trying to kind of make something sound better than it really was with regards to Three of Pentacles in the reverse, what they used to do. I do feel like it was strategic in a not so great way. So this could be somebody who had done fraud in the past, or somebody who stole money, or I don't know, didn't pay taxes. But yeah, there's concerns here about whether or not you would judge what he's gotten into in the past. So I would, for you specifically, I would recommend watching the whole reading that I did this time. And I just heard Britney Spears, Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. Yeah, that's old. How old is that? Like 10 years old? Wild. Hello, Woo Woo. How you doing? Ah, okay. I understand. I understand. You're funny. Hey, Captain, now I'm gonna put you in a timeout, but I'm also gonna tell you that I do discuss religion almost every day, okay? But what I don't like is when people come in here and they're all high and mighty about what they believe, and they feel that everybody else should have the same beliefs and actions and choices as them. This is a whole ass world, man. There's different people, different beliefs, different regions, different cultures, whatever it is. I encourage you to love people who are different from you instead of judge them, because that, my friend, is what Jesus would have done, right? How's that about religion for you? On a Sunday, no less. Now go eat some brunch. All right. Do we have any other questions? Hello, Jordan. How are you doing? Cherry Tomato would like to know, is the current man I'm seeing the one? No, and unless this person goes through a dark night of the soul or some spiritual awakening, I feel like this is somebody who is overly argumentative or unyielding when it comes to understanding your perspective and appreciating that there is more beyond what they know, right? This might be a little bit of an ego problem. There is, however, a possibility that this individual that you're currently seeing is going to address those things, right? And go through that spiritual awakening. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have an influence over that. You cannot push that to happen. This is his free will, and if he chooses to do that, then he becomes the partner that would be able to treat you right. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be observant. Remove yourself if the time is right because you've noticed that this person's not interested in working on themselves, or be there and be supportive if they are choosing to work on themselves. Hello, Speeding Disposition. How are you doing? Hello, Hayden. How are you? Hello, Autistic Philosopher. How are you doing? Yep, I'll pull 3 cards for you. Thank you for asking so kindly, and I wish you good luck, Cherry Tomato. All right, so what do we have for the Autistic Philosopher, please? There's your decision that you have to make. 2 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, this seems like a pretty big conundrum or quandary. So here's the moon, or sorry, the two of Swords has the moon in the background. So I feel like there is something here that has not yet been revealed to you, and it impacts your decision. Now, with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, you're either dealing with some concern regarding loyalty or whether or not the money would be right. And with the Ten of Pentacles following that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like this is saying something that you feel is over, or like, you know, nutrient-free soil that maybe you shouldn't plant stuff in. There's something here that's actually better than you expect. You could say it's like a silver lining in the clouds, but I feel like if you do more investigation, if you do a little bit more digging, you're going to find out that piece of information that you're missing that will make you feel more confident about making the choice that you want to make. So it kind of looks like it justifies what you want to do, even though maybe it's not what everybody else thinks you should do. And sometimes those are the best decisions, let me tell you. But I wish you luck. I kind of feel like that's, yeah. So let me just pull something from the Voyage of the Soul, because I do feel like that is true. Let's see if we get that Purpose card or channeling your empath. If you've never seen these cards before, let me show them to you upright. Voyage of the Soul is really good for that kind of thing. Autistic philosophy. Hola Juan, ¿cómo estás? No, no voy a hacer eso. No puedes decirme nada. Adiós. Posiblemente OnlyFans, ¿sí? Mejor. Thank you for subscribing, MR. Sí, yo vivía en Cuernavaca, Morelos como estudiante por 4 meses y aprendí como, how do I say that? Yo aprendí, how do I say how to like hot stuff? Like, ya no tengo miedo de jalapeños, por ejemplo. So, autistic philosopher, we've got self, inner temporal, gentle, pamper, disconnect, and self-love, and gifts. This is saying, take some time out from other people. Take some time for introspection. Listen to your favorite music. Go on a hike. Go canoeing, whatever it is. But it's going to make very clear for you where your skills and talents lie and what you need to like lean into. Because I do feel like that's the right path for you. You have the ability to help others through your skills. It's not going to be an easy path to walk, but it is going to be very fulfilling. I like that, Laura. Hello, dear. Hello, Colonel. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, totally. Can't you tell? Hey, listen to this. If you watch my channel for 30 minutes, you can figure out that that's not my energy. So I challenge you to be a little bit more observant, or like, you know, bring in the 4th brain cell. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Faiza. How are you doing? Oh, that'll improve over time. I believe in you. Let's see. MR would like to know the current feelings of Ananya for Milind. I hope I said those names right. Hello, Mina. How are you doing? I love that name. For MR's question regarding, was it Ananya? Yeah. The feelings from Ananya, please. Current feelings. Wow, King of Cups, 6 of Cups. Three of Wands. This feels to me like I've known for longer than you've known that I'm in love, or that we could have something beautiful. And it feels to me like Ananya is wondering, are you ever going to do anything about it? You gonna kiss me? You gonna express your emotions? You gonna ask me out on a date? This is somebody who's wondering what you're going to do. So there's something here. It feels like we've had like a connection for a while, or, you know, we've done some nice things for each other, or there's been some flirtatious moments. What are you gonna do about it? So waiting for you to make a move feels like the current feelings there. Thank you. Hello, Everlyn, how are you doing? Be careful about that, philosopher. Being in any energy constantly might be a challenge. We are not beings that are meant to be the same every minute. We are meant to have that roller coaster energy. Not like drastic, like drama queen stuff, but you're supposed to have some ebb and flow, right? Just like a river or ocean. Hey, Jordan, you've been hanging out with a lot of robots, or what's up? Jordan wants to know, will I ever meet a real, let's say a lovable or mature, and have a future with them? All right, this is not an easy message to deliver to you, but here, I want to make sure it was Jordan, right? Yes, Jordan, you're being blocked from love. And the reason is there's something you still need to go back to address. There is resentment or baggage or a block in your mind that you have created. You are able to address this, and when you do, through healing, right? Because we have the star in the reverse. When you address what has impacted your perception or your approach to love, then you manifest in, you draw in with that magnetic energy, a la the Queen of Wands, that love that you're looking for. But first, you have to show that love that you want to show to somebody else to yourself. You have to address those things from your past, okay? And that is when you would draw in that beautiful love that you deserve. So first, love on yourself, okay? This looks like a fun challenge. Lotus wants to know, what room is the coin in? 1 through 8. I'm gonna like lose my mind if we get like the right number here. Interesting. There's 3, 5, and 10. Okay, I'm gonna go with 3. But we've got the moon and death, and both of them have 3 after the 5 is what I'm going for. So tell me how I did, okay? Hello, Lego Kid, how are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry you're dealing with such a messy situation. I hope that gets resolved for you. Oh, honey, that is complicated. All right, do we have a cheating wife? Yes, I do believe there is infidelity on both sides. How do I say this? It may not have been a home run. Do you know what I mean? It may have been like rounding third base, but not really got to the meat and potatoes. Is that allowed? LOL. Yeah. So, is there a way to resolve this and stick with this marriage? Yes, there is. What is the key to this? Oh, that's so sweet. Look, here's the thing. This is like a fire pit that still has some glowing embers, okay? This is not some dead bedroom and y'all hate each other and there's no way of coming back. But I will tell you this, I think you need a romantic trip. I think you need a few O's together. If you have it within your finances or your vacation time to do a surprise trip with your wife, blow her socks off, you can get this back. You can salvage this marriage, and I encourage you to do so. But that third party that's falling in love with you makes me a little bit nervous. You're gonna have to cut off that person. So if you do those two things, I do think you can save the marriage. But you have got to show that you are prioritizing the wife if you want to get that back around, right? And you can. And I wish you luck. Hello, Inger. How are you doing? Hello, Chanel. Yes, exactly. I don't know that I would be able to figure that out for you. Oh, I love that name. I don't know that I say it right. Aishwara? I probably don't. I feel like the most beautiful woman in the world had that name. Okay. So as far as the job hunting, let's see what we need to change or adjust. And thank you everyone for the likes and subscribes. I really appreciate that. Hey, autistic, that just means that you're cool. Lean into the odd. Don't be normal. Normal is boring, okay? What advice do we have for Aishwarya? Did I say that right? I hope I did. When I hear other people say it, it's so beautiful. What advice do we have regarding jobs? I feel like you're barking up the wrong tree. I feel like you're looking at the wrong opportunity. Because when you look at the first two, we've got the devil and the page of coins. This little kitty cat got his head way buried in that box, okay? Jokes welcome. But this is saying there's a loss of visibility here on what would be a good match because you're too focused on maybe a particular location or a particular company that you want to work with, or I want to work with my friend. This is saying you got to broaden your horizons because, again, we have reference with the Seven of Cups. The kitty cat's buried in this cup. They got no idea what's over here. And I feel like this is the winning one over here. So you got to adjust either a wider net in terms of what you're looking for, or stop focusing on one particular thing, and then I feel like you find the right job for you. Hello, Kelly King. How are you doing? Hello, XP. Isn't it? Hey, Jiggy. How's your day going? I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I absolutely believe that's true, Chanel. Make sure you lean into them. Brian would like to know, does my wife want to save our marriage? Yes. Willing to put work into it. The key element to saving this marriage is putting everything out on the table. I lied about this. I think you maybe lied about that. Let's throw it all in the bowl and light it on fire. That sounded oddly druggy, but this is saying you got to get everything out. You got to air out your grievances. And then the most important part is you forgive and you let it go and you stop referring to the old crap, right? Because this is somebody who does want to work. This Eight of Coins would be the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about approaching mastery of a skill. This is like, look, we can figure this out. We can master how to approach each other in a more respectful way, and we can let go of all of these old resentments, right? But you do have to take a little bit of an unconventional approach. Let me propose an idea for you that's a little bit strange, but I always talk about this because it helped me. You can go to a garage sale and buy, like, I don't know, a whole pack of used dinner plates for like $1 or $2 or whatever, right? Go find you some disposable plates like that break. Go find a nice empty parking lot. You and the wife throw or break a plate for everything that you want to get out, that airing of grievances. And when it's broken, it's gone. It's done. We don't talk about it anymore. But you get your anger out, right? There's something like that that you could use. Something that is helpful as far as retiring all that old BS. And then you're able to focus on the new stuff. But maybe, just maybe, like, plan for a nice little ice cream date or a little getaway to the beach or something right after that. So it's like, now we're building the good memories. Now we're going to start a new foundation for that relationship, right? Hello, Shabam. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Scooby-Doo. Good luck. I tried. It's such a beautiful name. Jiggy, I'm going to pull a couple cards for you. Let's see what we've got. Thank you, everyone, for liking and subscribing. What do we have for Jiggy? 8 of Wands in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse, and the 7 of Coins, or the 7 of Pentacles. There's someone who's not telling you something that you deserve to know. This is like if someone were to pay me to do a job and that job happened to be like mowing their backyard and they didn't warn me about the like hornet's nest, right? There is something here, Jiggy, that you're approaching. It could be a project. It could be more of like a career responsibility. But I feel like before you get this job started, ask a clarifying question, because someone here is like, it's almost like they're purposefully not telling you what you got going on here. Like they want to set up a camera and watch you get attacked by hornets. So do your homework, because whoever this person is, I do feel like they'd be an authority figure or somehow like have more power than you. It's like they think it's funny to not give you all the directions. So do your homework, and I feel like if you ask the right question, then you can prevent this particular situation from getting out of hand. I don't like this person that you're dealing with, so yeah. Good luck. XP would like to know financial situation going into the future. So we got the Queen of Swords and the World. You have blocked yourself from some sort of opportunity that would help you financially. So it could be like not wanting to take an entry-level job because you want that next level, like intermediate, without realizing that if you were to take that entry-level job, it would make it that much easier for you to get what you actually do want. So this is saying open your horizons, or, you know, look to a more creative or unconventional path to get what you want, because I feel like this boundary or this rule that you've made for yourself is not really helping you, and you would be able to get what you want if you looked at it with fresh eyes. Hello, PDRK, how are you doing? Hello, Prince, how are you doing? Ah, welcome back, Nikki. How's it going? Hello, Hunting. How are you doing? Hey, you got such a perfect name for that kind of negative energy. Cooley would like to know, does my crush like me? No, I feel like there is some problem here because of a third party with the Three of Swords in the reverse. So this could be I'm still hung up on my ex, or I don't like you because you remind me of my ex, or I don't feel like I should get involved with you because my best friend is crushing on you. But there's somebody else here. I mean, we have the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands, so there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Atanya. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Will I find a job? Yes, you will. Another 3. And the Chariot is in the reverse. There's something here that's slowing this process down for you. And I want to say it has to do with organization or cleanliness in your place, which is such a weird tie. I feel like there's something here that is blocking you from being as mentally sound or on top of things. So yesterday I said, I always have to make my bed or it like makes me feel weird, like I can't get to work. If you clean your place, if you do some organization, it might free up, take some burden off your mind, and it makes it easier for you to interview or show well when people are meeting you, right? But I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, you're right, GP. I probably shouldn't have done that, huh? Yeah, just a little bit. Hello, Mr. Amorous. What is it that you need to know at this time? We've got the Judgment card in the reverse, the 9 of Wands in the reverse, and the 6 of Coins or 6 of Pentacles. Well, this is not a very pleasant reading, so forgive me, but this is saying that there is somebody, and it could be your energy, it could be somebody you're dealing with, somebody who's made a not so great decision. They've dug in their heels or they're refusing to give up, right? So maybe doubling down on a lie or continuing to be rude to somebody who doesn't really deserve it. But whoever's doing this, there's going to be karma or some of that same energy that they've been sending out is coming back to them. So however that resonates in your life, it's just saying, you know, you got to be cautious in terms of what energy we give out. You may be seeing somebody who has mistreated you get some of that same energy back. Hunting, I can tell you without pulling any cards that you're not going to take 1,000 or get 1,000 subscribers without posting anything. I don't know. What are you going for here, guy? Oh, thank you, Mr. Amorous. I wish you the best of luck in that. I will take one more question. I'm just gonna block you because you irritating, okay? Go hunt down another YouTube channel, okay? Chanel would like, this will be my last question, by the way. Chanel would like to know, do you think I will meet my soulmate soon? Let's see what we've got for you. And I would just caution you that soulmate is not like the one person you can be happy with in your life. We all will encounter multiple soulmates in our lifetimes. They do not have to be romantic soulmates. Could be platonic, but they are people that help us and they actually see us, right? For who we are. Three of Coins, which is the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Coins in the reverse. There is actually somebody here that you're going to meet. The problem is, I feel like initially you're not impressed by this person. So the advice here is make sure you actually get to know somebody before you jump to any conclusions about who they are or what they offer. Because I feel like there's someone here, what I'm seeing in my mind is like one of those houses where when you look at them directly, it looks like it's a tiny like shoebox, like, you know, 700 square feet or whatever. But it's positioned on a hill, and if you look at it from the other direction, you can see that it's way bigger than that. So there's somebody here who initially you're like not that impressed by, but if you give it a little bit of time, maybe they were just nervous, right? You end up realizing that it's actually somebody you could really enjoy getting to know. So don't judge too quickly. Hello, speeding disposition. Ooh. You've tempted me, and this is actually the last one. Are the courts limited to the 3D dynamic entirely? No, they are not. I feel like that's a good thing for us, right? There's something here that's about to get corrected in that regard. All right, I love you all. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, and the tips, as well as the jokes. And the confirmations are always nice as well, so thank you for that. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.